I'm especially honored tonight to introduce Dr. Richard R. Patrick, Acting President of Upper Iowa University. Dr. Patrick has been Dean of Faculty at Upper Iowa University since 2009, and he comes to UIU from Nebraska Wesleyan University. We are very pleased he could join us in the celebration. Dr. Patrick?
Good evening. Thank you, Marshall. On behalf of the Upper Iowa University Board of Trustees, the administration, faculty, and staff, I'd like to congratulate the Milwaukee Center on its 20th anniversary. When we look back to 1992, we did a little digging and found that the Milwaukee Center was home to 2 classes and 9 students. We've come a long way since then. Today, Milwaukee offers 13 bachelor's degrees, 2 associate degrees, and numerous certificate programs. And you serve on a regular basis over 400 students. When we look at the growth of the Milwaukee Center, this is amazing for Upper Iowa. This is one of our centers that we use as an example. And we're grateful for all the people that work here, for those who teach here, and especially for those students who attend college here. We also would like to thank the community members who support Upper Iowa. We've had lots of community support throughout the years, and we appreciate that from everyone. We're especially grateful to the students who have attended Upper Iowa University at the Milwaukee Center. There were only 5 UIU this is another tidbit that I'm sure I like numbers, so this is one. In the first graduating class from Milwaukee, they had 5 graduates. We now have over 1,100 alumni who've graduated from the Milwaukee Center, and I look forward to shaking more hands in May when some of you cross the finish line at commencement and receive your degrees. The reputation of the center has helped grow our entire university. We have over 30,000 alumni and over 4,000 alumni in the Milwaukee area. So we are grateful for the Milwaukee Center, and I thank you for that. In the 1980s, we began starting these community-based education centers, and we have 19 of them now in the United States, in Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and just opening is we have a facility in Arizona, in Mesa, Arizona. It's because of the success of the Milwaukee Center and our successful students, our great staff, and our dedicated faculty that we're able to continue to build upon the successful UIU model in offering quality education to our students that allows students to balance their lives and their careers as well as getting an education. So in closing, I just say we appreciate what you've done here. We appreciate the students, our successful students, and the effort you put in, and the community and all the staff. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Patrick, for those kind words. Our next speaker is Dr. Bill Duffy, Senior Vice President for UIU's Academic Extension, which is that part of the university that provides students with educational opportunities at all of our learning centers throughout the United States, as well as at our international centers and through our Center for Distance Education. Dr. Duffy?
Okay, thank you, Marshall, and thank all of you for coming here tonight, and really appreciate it. It's a great day to be an American, great day to be here to celebrate the 20th anniversary here. So I have noticed here that we've moved 3 times while in Milwaukee. How many of you were here when we were on Lincoln Avenue? Anybody? Any of our alum? Look at that. We got some people. And then how many? How about in Greenfield? On Greenfield? And then what do you think about this location, huh? Yeah. Sorry to all of you that, that's how it kind of goes. You start it up and then it moves to something good, then better, and now we're here. So all of you, though, you were part of what helped this grow to what it is today, and it's very exciting. So we've seen a lot of changes, and but there has been constants here, and one of them has been the great students that we get here. This is a very diverse campus, actually our most diverse campus that we have in Upper Iowa University across the globe. And the interesting thing about it is our second largest center. We have 19 in the United States, and then we have 2 overseas, but it is our second largest center with the number of students we have here. So it's great to see that. Also with our alumni. How many alumni? Raise your hands. Let me see all alumni. This is fantastic, and I've got a chance to talk to a good number of you. Is that alumni? A very young alumni right there? Outstanding. So we grow them at all ages. I mean, they'll graduate early. So it's great. I hope you're getting a chance to talk to our alumni group, and I've seen some of our folks going around, Holly, Nicole, Wendell, and that, but it is great talking to you alumni. You have great stories from where you're at and some of the things that you've done. Some of our alumni, for your just for your information, Steve Phillips, who's the vice president at Harley-Davidson. We got Derek Mosley, who's a judge of the Milwaukee Municipal Court. We've got Mike Youngblood, who's the chief of police at West Allis. Any of those people here? None of them yet. And then we got Frank Lockwood, who's the fire chief of the city of St. Francis. And then we've got, I think those are the ones we have listed there. But we have a great number of alumni and across the world, and we have a fantastic group here. So we encourage you to talk with one another, to communicate, work with our alumni group, and keep in touch. No matter where you're going, there's usually going to be a peacock nearby. Okay, know that. If you go to another state, there will probably be a peacock there. So use this organization. And then also, how many faculty do we have here? Where's our faculty at? To all the faculty here, a big thanks, a round of applause to our faculty and a whole group of faculty. I think 20 years, you've been with us for 20 years, Bob, and who else? There you go. See that? Okay, very good. So it's extremely important because faculty make the connection to the students, and all of you alumni, you remember the faculty, I'm sure. Shake your heads, I'm sure you do. And those are the ones you gravitate to. So thank you to all our faculty. And of course, I want to extend a big thanks to our staff here in Milwaukee. You are so outstanding. Raise your hands, all of our staff and everybody in Milwaukee. Okay. So, and I know Fritz just snuck out of here. He probably didn't want to be recognized, but Fritz, again, was a key member of our staff who recently retired. But all of you do great things here. I know that our alumni and I know our students recognize you and appreciate you for everything you do. It is a team effort. It's a team effort from everything from our faculty to our staff and to our students. And so, great to be here, and I just hope everybody continues to keep on doing great things for UIU in America. Hua? Hua. That's right.
Thanks, Bill. We'd like to ask a couple of those very helpful friends and supporters of UIU to say a few words tonight as well. Supervisor Luigi Schmidt is currently serving his fourth term on the Milwaukee County Board. He is active in a number of important areas in the county, including as a member of the County Board's Finance, Personnel, and Audit Committee. In addition, he has served as adjunct instructor for the past 10 years at Upper Iowa University here at the Milwaukee Center, where he shared his unique and personal experience as an elected public official. Luigi?
Well, Dr. Duffy thanked everybody here, so I guess I don't have to do that. Good job, Dr. too. Thank you, Marshall, very much. So glad to see all the different constituencies here, and I'm very proud to be a small part, but a part of Upper Iowa and some unique opportunities it gives both students and people in the other world to come teach. First thing I just want to mention about 4 small points is besides myself being here, my youngest daughter is a student here the last year and a half, and Upper Iowa has kind of really a unique relationship with Milwaukee Area Technical College. That's where my daughter started. She had a couple learning disabilities. She had some difficulties in school. She didn't go on the regular path, and she's found her way to Upper Iowa and doing quite well, I'm happy to say. And early on, Upper Iowa established, I think, a strong partnership with Milwaukee Area Technical College, a technical college we need to support as well, of course, and offering their students, a kind of seamless way from going from mainly 2 years there and finishing their degrees here at Upper Iowa. Many come here to finish off their bachelor degrees, so my daughter is hoping to do that too very soon. Also, we mentioned about the community and community people here. It's important for a college is a very important part of a community, and of course it goes both ways. The Milwaukee Center has been a good citizen and a partner here. They have an advisory committee that's made up of helps the university identify opportunities for growth, prominent individuals in the area. The business leaders offer their ideas and recommendations how the Milwaukee Center can serve the community. That's an important thing to do. We mentioned already some of the important grads, but I guess all the grads are important, aren't they? And they all share a vision that they want to complete their degree. It's so important. And that's a really important thing to talk about. I mentioned a little bit about diversity, but the Milwaukee Center here really provides education opportunities to very distinct groups of students. I mean, it's got all the different groups of students. Young professionals who want to continue their careers and learn a little more. I had a veteran from both wars in one of my classes last year. Oh, by the way, I'm starting next week Wednesday. I got to start preparing a little more. But I talked to Wendy. I'm getting my stuff ready. But returning veterans, students transferring from the technical colleges or the two-year colleges, we talked about to get their bachelor's degrees. Older students who want to earn a degree to meet their personal goals, and students coming directly from high school. But and they like the smaller classes too. And I do think they like having professors, some 20 years going, who have some skills, have direct experience. You know, theory is great, theory is important, but if you can put theory and practice together, it's kind of fun. I sure enjoy talking about my experience now over the last 12 years in the political world, but there's some good stories there already and getting better every day. But you know, it's important to know your history, and it's important to know how your government works. And if you're not part of the problem, or not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. And I emphasize to the students that it's important to know and be involved in their local communities and understand what's going on around them. Because, well, you know, they're very busy. We're all very busy in our lives, and government's something kind of over here, and it's, you know, it does kind of different things, and we're not really interested in it. But every decision government makes, particularly at the local level, affects a lot of people. And I emphasize that to the students, that they should be aware of what's going on in their neighborhoods, what's going around in their communities. And Upper Iowa certainly encourages that. The great thing about the people we have, we mentioned some fire chiefs, police chiefs, mentioned Mike Youngblood of West Dallas. I live in Wauwatosa for many years, close to this area, and our police chief, Barry Weber, teaches here too. But you've got social workers, you've got firefighters, police captains, probation officers, and some government people. And I think that's a good mix for the students. I really do. People have direct influence in their fields, or in some knowledge at least in their fields. You got to learn by osmosis something anyway, and you can impart that to your students a little bit. I guess I would end with saying that, and I sincerely mean this too, that if my students can learn as much as I learned from them, this is a good deal. I guess very practically speaking, it's a great experience for us to come and see, and I tell the students on the very first day, I appreciate the fact many of them have very busy lives, you know, fathers and mothers, and they come, and you know, it's a long day. You can be, you know, at work all day, then you're coming to school all night, and you got to pay attention. There's a lot going on in 8 weeks. So I tell them I admire that. And I guess the last thing I would say is I did come from an academic background before I got into the political world. I was at a secondary school for 28 years, as a matter of fact. And but it was mostly, well, it was adolescence, from boys to men. Those 4 years are pretty neat to see in high school transformation. Was also neat to see is now adults, and talk about diversity. I would say my preponderance probably African American women. It's quite a change for me, and it's a wonderful change. And I think we both learn from each other, and that's the key to education, isn't it? I hope in our classes we ask people to exchange ideas and allow them to speak their minds, and we want them to learn too. And so all that combination is great. So I'm a very proud member, and congratulations to Upper Iowa.
Thank you. Thank you, Luigi. We're also pleased tonight to have Jeanette Bell with us. Jeanette has served both in the Wisconsin State Assembly for 13 years and as mayor of West Dallas from 1996 to 2008. She has a special interest in education, and during her tenure as mayor of West Dallas, Upper Iowa University became a part of the higher education community in the city. Since that time, Upper Iowa has been a major component of the West Allis community, participating in the West Allis West Milwaukee Chamber, its Education Foundation Board, and working with other colleges and educational institutions in the area. Jeanette?
Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Marcia, for inviting me. I've been retired for 4 years, so I've kind of lost touch with this wonderful organization. So it was very nice to be invited to come back and offer congratulations to this organization on behalf of the city. Our current mayor is up on a conference, and he's in a better place than we are. He's up in Wisconsin Dells for some kind of nice conference there, so I'm sure he's having a good time. But I was very pleased to have been a participant in seeing this institution grow and change over time. When you first located here, I wasn't mayor, but it was a few years after that that you moved to the new location, and it was just about a year after I took office as mayor. So I saw this organization develop and mature and grow in our community. Adult education is so important for our larger society. You know, in today's society, we start in one career and we end up maybe in 2 or 3 careers later. It's constantly changing for people. But adult education is so vital to people as they transition through their lives in various job opportunities. Upper Iowa has been a strong participant in helping adults through that process. And for that, you're such a valuable member of the larger metropolitan area. So on behalf of the city of West Allis and all of the aldermen and the current mayor, I want to congratulate you on 20 wonderful years of providing adult education and many graduates that add to the fabric of our community. So thank you very much for letting me participate with you today.
Thank you. Our final speaker tonight is Wendell Snodgrass. He is Vice President for Advancement, Development, and Alumni Relations. Wendell?
All right. Thank you. You know, 155 years ago, Upper Iowa opened its doors in Fayette, Iowa. And it opened its doors because there was a woman named Elizabeth Alexander who believed that her daughter should have an education close to home. So 20 years ago, Upper Iowa came to Milwaukee and opened its doors because we felt you all needed an education close to home. So for the alums in the room tonight, I want you to think back 155 years ago. And think about what those students were like 155 years ago. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine the horse and buggy? Can you imagine the wood fireplaces in the room? Now I want you to imagine 135 years from today, people looking back at you, because you are the pioneers for this institution right here in Milwaukee. We cannot thank you enough for what you have done for this institution. You are UIU, whether it's here in Milwaukee, Fayette, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong. Upper Iowa is across the globe. And 20 years ago, we had a belief that people like you would come out, and you have. And we're very much appreciative. Some of the things I want the alums to do tonight, go home, get on LinkedIn, and join us on LinkedIn if you have not done so, and on Facebook. We need to know what you're up to. We need to let you know what we're up to. So if you would, please join those LinkedIn and Facebook accounts. Send us emails. Let us know what you're up to. And when we have a function like this, please come out. We're very thankful. We had, 39 RSVPs tonight from alums? That's great. Next time we hope we have 79 RSVPs, okay? And we need you to spread the word, because those people you set in the classroom from 6 to 10 o'clock at night, call them up. Tell them to come out, okay? Congratulations. You are Upper Iowa University. And I want you to remember that you are a pioneer for Upper Iowa. 135 years from now, somebody's going to be up here giving the exact same speech and say, think about what they were like back in 1992. Okay? Thank you. Congratulations, and have a good evening. Go Peacocks.
And by the way, we're going to invite you back in 135 years, Wendell. Again, thank you for coming tonight. We invite you to join us not only in the reception that continues in this room till at least 7 o'clock, But also for those of you who would like to take a tour of the center who have not had a chance to do so, please contact any of our staff members, and they'd be glad to help you with that. And those who would like to share their story with members of our marketing department, that would be wonderful. We found so much has been value in Upper Iowa University by the fact that about 70% of our students come from referrals. People like you who refer other people. So it's very important that you continue that tradition. Thank you again, and have a great evening.